Good morning, students. Yesterday we have already started with the chapter 1, that is nutrition in plants. Students, nutrition is of two types, autotrophic nutrition and heterotrophic nutrition. Autotrophic nutrition, the plants which make their own food, they are called autotrophic nutrition. So students, that we have already discussed. Now we will move on the second type, that is heterotrophic nutrition. Some plants do not contain chlorophyll. Some grow in places where they do not get enough sunlight. Such plants are not able to carry out photosynthesis and depend on other plants or organisms for nutrition. However, some plants, even though they contain chlorophyll and carry out photosynthesis, depends on other organisms for certain nutrients. So students, what is the exact definition of heterotrophic nutrition? Is the mode of nutrition in which an organism depends on other organisms for food is called heterotrophic nutrition. Okay, generally they are totally depend on other organisms, so this is called heterotrophic nutrition because some plants, they do not contain chlorophyll, and chlorophyll is very important for making food. So students, move on the next, that is types of heterotrophic plants. Generally heterotrophic plants are of four types. First one, parasitic plants, example Cuscuta. Second is saprophytic plants, example coral root. Third one is insectivorous plants, example Venus flytrap, and the fourth one is symbiotic plants, example lichens. So students, generally the heterotrophic plants are of four types. So we will discuss one by one. We will move on the first one. What are parasitic plants and how they get their food? So students, parasitic plants is one that partially or completely depends on other plant for nutrition. Usually parasitic plants develop special roots which penetrate into tissues of the host plant. The prepared food is generally absorbed from the root of the stem of the host plant, and example of this is Cuscuta. In a parasitic relationship, only the parasitic plants get benefit. The parasitic plant harm the host plant to some extent by slowing down its growth and sometimes causing heavy damage. However, a parasitic plant rarely kills the host plant. So, according to this, parasitic plants get benefit from host plant. So, students, this is all about parasitic plants. So, we'll move on next, that is saprophytic plants. How these saprophytic plants get benefit from other organisms. So students, we have already discussed about the first heterotrophic plants, that is parasitic plants. We'll move on second, that is saprophytic plants. What is the example of saprophytic plants? This is the example of coral root, is the example of saprophytic plants. Now students, will learn more about saprophytic plants. A saprophytic plants is one that obtain its nutrition from dead and decaying plant and animal matter. It is usually whitish, but some plants can have brightly colored flowers. These plants often have no leaves at all. They often grow in deep shade in tropical forest. Examples are coral root of saprophytic. The roots of saprophytic plants contain organisms called fungi. The fungi convert the dead and decaying matter into nutrients that can then be used as a food by these plants. Fungi are also called saprotrophs. So students, understand more clearly, we have to do one activity of saprophytic plants. For this activity, what material you have to require and what is the procedure you have to follow. So students, what is the aim? Aim is to grow fungi. Okay? To grow fungi. What are the materials which we required? Here, bread, water box. Okay? Method: moisten the bread with water and keep it outside in the closed box for a few days. You have to take one piece of bread, moisten with water, means put some water on that bread and keep that bread inside the box and close the box and keep it for few days outside. What will be the observation? After some days, what you will be observed? You will see some grayish patches on the bread. What you will observe? Some gray patches that will appear on bread. Why these gray patches appeared on the bread? This is due to the growth of fungi. So students, what is the conclusion? The patches that are due to the growth of fungi. This is the conclusion that how these saprophytic plants grow on dead and decaying material. So students, you understand about the heterotrophic nutrition and the types of heterotrophic plants. Today we have discussed about parasitic plant and saprophytic plants. So students, in tomorrow's class we will again discuss third and fourth type of heterotrophic nutrition. I hope you get it very well. Thank you so much.